Hello everybody, welcome to part 2 of the Orient Express campaign Let's Play video. So, we left part 1, and situation report is actually not very good, if I'm being honest. For gold, our net worth needs to increase more than 10 times what it currently is. And we also need to increase the average express speed to 30, it's currently 21. Even for bronze though, we're going to need 3 million to get into Bulgaria, and then 5 million to get into the Ottoman Empire, so that's 8 million just in access rights, plus the fact I actually need to build track from Constanta to Varna, Burgas, and then Istanbul. I mean, I could just build Constanta to Istanbul, but there are actually some semi-decent cities along this way. And I don't know how much all that track and those stations is going to cost, but it's going to be close to 10 million in total once you factor in the 8 million access rights. Not to mention the fact that I actually still need to connect up to Chisinau and then deliver 3 loads of meat to get access to the train. Which is only available in this scenario, but it is a very good train. On top of that, we're not making a great deal of profit. Currently have no dividend, but that's fine. We've got 10 million in bonds, which is 20 times half a million, so I can't take out any more bonds. I can't declare bankruptcy because we were making a profit. Not that it would help us too much anyway. And we've only got until the end of 1913, so we've only actually got 14 and a bit more years. And on top of that, in 1900, possibly June 1900, the cargo loads increase in size from 20 tons, which is what they are now, to 40 tons. So trains will run even slower. Yeah, Galati Constanta doesn't have maintenance and service at all. So yeah, basically, we're not actually doing very well. Target is still silver. I think gold is going to be just impossible at this point. Although I'm going to play like I'm going for gold, but realistically I think it's impossible. I think rather than retire the express trains, I'm just going to have to reduce them to maximum of 4 loads, because I was thinking I could just retire them, but I think I'll keep the express and just move them to 4 loads each. Annoyingly, the best express train at the moment is probably the 10-wheeler, but even that isn't actually going to be that fast after 1900. Or after the cargo loads become bigger. The Pensy will be fine for freight, and also we're not actually too bothered about freight speed. I think I probably actually need to buy some more shares in the company on margin. So 60,000 shares in total, we've got 16,000. So yes, it's like a quarter, but I've got 2,000 on margin, and then I've got a 30% share in the company. And as soon as I do that, we get a frickin' recession. I don't think we'll have margin problems, but yeah, it's April, so yeah. 40-ton cargo loads instead of 20 tons. Very annoying. But there's nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. So we'll just have to make it, I guess, 3... We'll go with 4 car loads. Plus a dining car and a caboose. Should be okay. So unfortunately this train's already loaded, but should be fine. Right, so we've done 4, we've done 5. Wait. I only have 3 express trains. Huh. I think one of them did crash, yeah, but that's still surprising. I just kind of assumed I had more than that. And also, realistically, trains like this, especially ones that are 20 years old, they need to be upgraded to Pensies, but I need money for that. I did think that getting to Bucharest and Constanța we would start to make more money, but A, recession, and B, we're just not a profitable company. If we don't make money this year and we don't make money next year, I might actually declare bankruptcy. Again. Oh, we've actually been hit with a depression. I don't know if this is actually random or if it's sort of fixed, but I feel like the last time I played this scenario I did get a depression. Possibly about the same time. Hopefully it'll be short-lived, but yeah, if we lose money twice in a row, then I'll just declare bankruptcy. Which, you know... So annoyingly, I actually kind of want to lose money this year. I'd rather lose $1,000, like have a profit of minus 1,000 than plus 1,000. We can actually be sacked if we do really bad. And then we'd be basically screwed because we wouldn't be able to create a new company. And even if we could, we would have to still somehow gain control of this company back. I mean, I know it's an economic depression, but we are really, really not doing well now. And also, annoyingly, we actually made 9,000 last year. So... so we're going to have to wait until at least the end of 1902 before we can declare bankruptcy. This is shocking! Because of the economic depression, our revenue is, like, halved. The economy is just completely and utterly crashed. And I'm aware that our trains are running slower, but... yeah. Yikes. So yeah, I've got, like... well... until 1914 to raise, like, $10 million. How on earth is that going to happen? For some reason our expenses are still very high and our interest is still extremely high. AI is actually still making profit. AI's probably got a load of industry. Yeah, well, they've got some industry. They've got a tool and die that's not making it, and well, it's no longer making money. And then a couple of farms and mines. A couple of smaller industries. Yeah, can't declare bankruptcy. I mean, hypothetically, if I reloaded the save, it would be 1899 again. Would I get the depression again? Probably. I feel like that is predetermined by the game's seed. But it is an interesting thought. Because I think this is about as bad as it could have gone. Oh, we're now only in a recession. The thing is, even if I declared bankruptcy... oh, train crash. Budapest, Vienna... that's not getting replaced. Even if I declared bankruptcy, that would only slash the interest in half because of the bonds. So I would still be losing money. And I'm in a situation now where I need to be making about, you know, $1 million a year in profit. Which I don't think we do that even in an economic boom. Well, they actually increased our salary for some stupid reason. I guess because we didn't lose as much money as we did before. Right, so we've declared bankruptcy. Interestingly though, when you declare bankruptcy, my credit rating is still, because normally it would drop to F. But I think because we went for stocks and bonds, our interest rate was actually still fine. It's just I can't take out bonds because we've got 20 bonds outstanding. We also can't declare bankruptcy again until 1908, so I think we're screwed. Unless we get like an economic boom and we suddenly start, oh, train 3 has crashed. Which was actually an express going from Bratislava to Budapest. Oh well. It's a plane! Wright brothers make first successful powered flight. Inventor claims perpetual motion machine. I don't think the two are related, but it is quite a funny thought. I'm just trying to read this newspaper, and from here it looks like that says country destroyed. It's a bit worrying. You'd think they would just kind of go with lorem ipsum, like just generic text, but I think this is an actual article, you know. It's just incredibly small, but this is an actual article. It's so small as to be almost impossible to read, but this is a genuine... I'd never really read these. I've just realised that that also says country destroyed, so maybe it is the same article. But yeah, I never actually really read these newspapers, other than the headlines. I don't think you're meant to, but it's just interesting that it's not just, you know, meaningless text. It actually sort of says something. Oh, we get... Okay, why... I get that the trains are running without cabooses, and they are like 22 years old, but it's just incredibly frustrating that they're all crashing. So this was a Vienna-Budapest express train. I think having no industry is really not helping. The economy is back on track. Oh, another train crash. There's a surprise. Belgrade, Zagreb. This rail won't have any trains left. Bloody hell! Every single train is just crashing at this point. Vienna Zombertelli. Like, I know that the trains are 20 years old, but... It's about 5 train crashes. Just non-stop, back-to-back, pretty much. We lost $800,000, and yet they're still very pleased with us. I genuinely think this is a fail. Like, there is no way I can make like 10 million to get to Istanbul. And I can't declare bankruptcy, and even if I could... Bring prosperity. Even if I could declare bankruptcy, it wouldn't fix our problems. Issuing stock ain't gonna get us out of this. There are 111,000 shares in that company. Right, electric trains have become available. I mean, normally, I'd be thinking, the 2D2, if you can afford the electric train, the electric track, 2D2 is actually pretty alright. It's faster now than the Pensy, and it's still 90% for passengers, so you could actually use it for passengers or freight. I now have only one express train. Just a single express train. I am extremely tempted to reload the save, but in all honesty I don't think that would help. I think this is just screwed. And annoyingly, Bratislava does need to be a large station, but A, we can't afford it because we've got minus 2 million in cash. And there you go, another train crash. And this train was only 6 years old. Bucharest, Novi Sad. Yeah, I mean, at this rate, I'm just going to have no trains left at all. This train's probably going to crash because it's 21 years old and, yeah. Yeah. There's nothing I can do at this point, so I'm gonna have to... Oh, economic boom. But we're not gonna make any money. Oh, train crash. Budapest, Győr. Train crash. Novi Sad, Zagreb. I don't think I've ever had this many train crashes in a single game. We're now down to 14 trains. I think we've had about 10 train crashes at this point. I'm going to reload the save, because this is stupid. If I get hit with another economic depression, I know that it's basically game over. So the economy is normal at the moment. If it goes into a depression, then we're just screwed. So we did have 22 trains, and that went down to 14. That was 8 train crashes. 8 train crashes. That is insane. Right. We do need maintenance and service around here, though. Bigger cargo loads. So we'll drop these down to 4. And yeah, we only got 3 express trains. So, we're not doing very well, even with normal economy. But the only time we seem to make a profit is in an economic boom, and even then, it's very, very little. It's also questionable if I even want to go to Chisinau, because I don't know... I mean, the super train would help with Express, but it's far too expensive. I genuinely think this is a mission fail. I think whatever I do at this point is just going to be a mission failed. One thing I could do is just sack off the gold, because let's face it, that's never going to happen. And just keep issuing stock. But even then, I can't just rely on issuing stock to make money. In normal economy, we made 66,000. That's just terrible. I was actually reasonably hopeful at the end of part 1. I was thinking, oh, this might actually not be too bad. But then I stopped the recording and I thought, no, hang on a minute, this is really bad. And this has proven to be correct. If we get normal economy, but like if the economy stays not in recession or depression, but I lose money 2 years in a row and I go bankrupt, we might end up turning a profit. Tyre factory in Craiova, but I don't think... No, there's no rubber anywhere, is there? There's 10 loads of rubber on the entire map in East End Bowl. So if we have a small negative loss, then declaring bankruptcy would help. But in all honesty, I think we are seriously screwed. Oh, I've actually hit a margin call. And government recession. Or economic recession. Right, well I'm basically screwed. I think were I to play this scenario again, I would basically just say gold does not exist, gold is impossible, and play it like I have done, but run more express trains and just do mixed consist, and hope I would get 20 miles an hour and hope I get silver, but in all honesty I might actually just have to say that even silver would be a bit of a stretch. Although with silver, silver's exactly the same as bronze, except you need 20 miles an hour. I think the bonds, etc. is a good idea though, because it does allow you to have an early start. Yep, margin call from the broker. And an economic depression, so I know that basically the economic depression is inevitable. So, on that basis, let's reload the save and sack off the gold. Gold is just impossible. Gold is not happening. Issue some stock. Keep the dividend at 0, obviously. We don't have to buy any more shares. And we don't have to worry about margin calls because we actually do have a bit of cash. So, at this point I'm basically just going for bronze, silver if I can reach it, but even silver would be unlikely, I suppose. It's 3 million to get into Bulgaria, and unfortunately that is like the next destination. Besides Chisinau, which I do actually kind of want to get to if I get enough money. So in a normal economy, we are actually making a bit of a profit, somehow. But then obviously once the loads get bigger, then yeah. I will actually just upgrade this to a 10-wheeler, as will I upgrade this one. No, I can't afford it just yet. Give me 100,000 so I can get some 10-wheelers, there we go. I mean, it's still not very fast, but it's faster than the Thatcher Perkins. Although barely, actually. And the 10-wheeler really doesn't like hills, so Thatcher Perkins is probably actually better overall, annoyingly. So I guess we'll just stick with Thatcher Perkins, but, you know, at least now this train is not 20 years old. And, to nobody's surprise, we are losing money. Well, this is a disaster. Can we issue stock? We can. Not that that will help us. Oh, train crash. Budapest, Vienna. Actually, that should probably have been a Pensy, but oh well. Bit of cash just came in. I mean, I can build unconnected tracks, so I could actually just build, like, Prissinau Station, and then build it, or connect it up with somewhere else, just like the nearest town. You know, like, if there were meat in Carhull, which... There is a meat plant, so there might actually be some meat in Carhull. Bit of a gradient there. Yeah, so we lost money for the year. Annoyingly. Salary cut, but at this point I'm really not bothered. My share price has tanked. We are in economic normal, but I have been issuing a fair bit of stock. I've issued like 12,000 shares over the course of the last 2 years. So we might end up having to declare bankruptcy. Which, if we do declare bankruptcy, we might actually end up turning a profit. But we all know that we're going to get a depression in a bit. So, probably not. Admittedly, it's only a short-lived depression, but it's a depression nonetheless. Tire factory in Bratislava this time, instead of, I think it was, no, it wasn't Constanza, it was somewhere else. Calaresi, that was it. Constanza is huge. This is the thing, is like you can make a fortune on this map, but you have to have cities connected. At the start, the economy is really weak. But then, you know, they do actually become really strong. But that 30 mile an hour express speed is really fast, and then the 15 million net worth is just really annoying as well. Oh, hang on. I can declare bankruptcy. So there we go. Declare bankruptcy. Issue stock. Still haven't had the economic recession or the depression, which is interesting. Maybe because I've been playing it a bit differently, maybe it is sort of random. I don't know. I always kind of assumed it was sort of predetermined from the start of the game. Like, every time you load the game you get a new seed, which essentially determines the starting industries and everything. So I thought the economy would be fairly fixed, but maybe it is actually sort of affected by what the player does. Which would make sense, but I didn't think this game did that. You know what would help really right now is some issuing stock and also some bonds. Like, I said it before, but if I could just issue bonds when my credit rating was B or higher, then that would really help me out. Anyway, we'll just go for a medium station here. Oh, there are actually 1.5 loads of meat here, so I'm just going to get a cheap little train. actually. I'll save up a little bit, if possible. Growing prosperity? What? That's not a depression. That's weird. This game's gone mad. We're supposed to be in a massive economic slump and depression at the moment. And yet somehow we are not. Yeah, this doesn't need to be anything fancy, so it can just be a... yeah, we'll go for a Pensy, I suppose. But it will be a freight train. So we're actually making a bit of a profit now, although we still get a salary cut. I think that might be because the share price is going down more than anything. And also we did declare bankruptcy, which won't make them happy. But the thing is because I'm not bothered, because I'm no longer bothered about the net worth, the salary is kind of irrelevant now as well. The only thing is obviously I don't want to get sacked. Prison now itself doesn't really have much we can do. And also there's actually no meat that we can ship over to Crissa now, really. At least not for a profit. So, I might have to cheat. Because there is meat in Carhull. So if we go back to Carhull, and then we go Carhull to Constanta, then, hey, it might load up with meat. Which we can then divert the train, once it leaves Carhull, back to Crissa. It's a plane! Yeah, so it's got meat on this train now. So we're not going to Constanta, we're going to Crissa now. Economic boom times ahead. Brilliant. So this train is now just a simple Carhull-Constanta train. The monks in Crissa were not as open to you. However, when the last load of meat was delivered to the town, their demeanour changed. The monks ushered you into their library and showed you a diagram for a machine so fantastic you could hardly believe what you've seen. They tell you they'll make the machine available to you at a very low price, and the technology will provide your locomotives with a 15% increase in speed. It appears that Jules Verne wasn't making this all up. Right, so we now have access to this train, which is, like, I think is only available in this scenario, which is brilliant for passengers, only costs 100,000, has brilliant stats, it's expensive to maintain, and top speed of 120 miles an hour, and can go at like 80 miles an hour, pulling trains. So basically, we're just going to upgrade all our trains to this when we get the chance. Although it will be expensive to maintain. Certainly the express trains. And also, trains now are just 15% faster as well. So, yes, really, really good bonus. Can't issue stock. So our express trains will now become this hawker. It is actually a really cool looking locomotive, if a tad unrealistic. Just a tad. I don't know what the NX462 was a reference to. I think the 462 is because it's, well, 462, so it's a Pacific locomotive. NX, I'm not sure what that is, unless it's just random numbers. I say it's a 462, it's impossible to tell with the wheel, with the body of it. You can't really see the wheels, but I'm pretty sure it's a 462. So this is actually really going to help us. But we've got like 10 years, like I said, to make about 10 million just to get to Istanbul. We've really got to hope that the economy stays fine. And also, one thing I can do is if I get to about 300,000 in cash, I'll refinance these bonds, which will actually give me a fair bit of cash as it is. Brilliant. So, issue the stock, get rid of these bonds, replace them with more bonds, that will give us more cash. It will also mean more interest payments, obviously, but oh, hang on. I don't want to be repaying these 500,000 bonds. Right, so we've now got almost 5.5 million in cash, and we can connect up with Bulgaria. Can't issue any more stock, but we can connect Constanța, Varna and Burgas. Hopefully. We've got enough money to do that. Might also be worthwhile if we get enough money to start building some stone bridges on the express routes. Unfortunately, Varna's on a bit of a dip. Not sure how best to go about this. In an ideal world, I'd kind of build a bridge somehow over that. Although, I just realised, if I go via this way, via Dubrich, that's still pretty steep. Okay, this is proving a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. There's also the question of, does this actually really matter, because I'm probably not going to be running Express here anyway. But we made it to Varna. Unfortunately that's cost about 1 million just to do that. From Varna, getting to Burgas is not going to be that easy either. Can't really bypass that slope very well. It's not ideal track, but it's also not terrible. Still, getting to Istanbul is not going to be easy. Because there's going to be 5 million for access rights to Ottoman Empire, plus a lot in track. It's going to be over 1 million. Right, medium station in Burgas. How big is Varna? Medium station will cover Varna. And then, annoyingly, there's not really much in Varna, besides some passengers. Also, actually, I can run more express trains now, because the Orca's probably fast enough that I don't really have to worry about it too much. But we'll do a freight train to Burgas to Constanza, which will be a Pensy. Yeah, there's not enough room to upgrade this to a large station, unfortunately. I'd have to destroy quite a bit of the town, or the city, to upgrade. But now I can do more express trains, I suppose. Question is, it's just kind of, where do we go, I suppose. Surely I've got a freight train going from Budapest to Constanza, but I'll do that as well. I'll do another one. Just freight train, Budapest, Constanza. I think that said it had an average speed of 45 miles an hour, which is pretty crazy. 2D2's become available. Electric trains introduced. So I don't think I need a train from Vargas. Or Varna, sorry. So we did Burgas Constanza, which is not got any maintenance and service. So we'll do it here. Smoothed out a bit of a dip that was there. And then we'll do another one here. But we didn't do a train in Varna. So, Constanza to Varna. There's not really anything I can deliver. A little bit of oil and meat. Constanza Varna. Any freight. Quite a lot of oil and stuff. Galati Crisinal, I don't think I did a train like that. So we'll do a Thatch Perkins, Galati Crisinal. Great. Yeah, so we've got like 9 years or so to make, don't know how much money, but 5 million plus however much the track is. But things are actually turning around. We are in economic boom, but we are doing okay. So I think silver is doable. Provided the economy stays okay. Boom or prosperity would be fine. Just need to issue this frickin' stock. There we go. Fertilizer factory has appeared near Zombatelli. But there's also like no chemicals on the entire map, so that's pretty useless. Upgrade these to pensies. Oh, train crash. Bit annoying because the train was only 7 years old, but say annoying, I suppose surprising is probably more accurate. I do think we need more express trains, it's just where do we go? Hex needs to be a large station. Yeah, I think more express would be useful, but where do we go? Budapest Rosita seems to be quite a lot of... Well, Budapest Zagreb. It's a long old way, but with the Orca I might actually be okay. Make it high priority. Oh. Actually kind of wanted to make that express only, but it turns out there's not actually a great deal of express. So we'll do the return journey with a different train. So I'll do Budapest, or Zagreb to Budapest. Yeah, that's what I want. How are we for traffic, actually? Because I might need to double up in some places. Honestly, it's not too bad. It's just a bit of traffic here and there. I thought it'd be a lot worse than it actually is. Maybe because we don't actually have that many trains. Craiova has not had a single train, I've just realised. And saying that, there's not really a whole lot we can really do with it. Unless there's some cargo we can deliver. Yeah. I guess we'll do a freight train from Bucharest rather, to Craiova. Any freight. So we do need to start saving up some money. Express speed is still 21 miles an hour. Like, I don't know. It should be increasing with the Orcas, etc., but oh, Varna Constanta has run out of water, so that's kind of surprising. Yeah, so we're going to need to save up some cash, because we've got like about 8 years, less than that even, about 7 years to make probably like 7 million in cash. So I do just need to save up some cash. Oh, a chemical plant. Unfortunately, it's in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, there's no guarantee I'm going to do this at all. Just have to hope and pray that the economy stays in booming. Really. If we're going to get a boom that just lasts for like the next 5 years, we'll be fine. But express train speed has increased to 22 miles an hour, so it is actually going faster. Which does make sense, because we've got, you know, long... That should be express only. G4 has become available, and that is a cheap little train that we could actually use for freight. How does it compare with the Pensy? It's not as fast as the Pensy. It's not a bad little train, it's cheap. It's only an 060, so, you know, it's not the fastest train in the world, but it's cheap and it's actually got good stats. And 30 miles an hour is not too bad. If the Orca wasn't available, although, you know, the Thatcher Perkins and the Pensy, yeah, if the Orca wasn't available and you were just playing without mods on a vanilla game, then that G4 could see some use for freight. I think we are going to do it, you know. I think silver is doable. Oh, frickin' train crash. Oh, that should have been an Orca anyway. And I'm going to need to double up round Bratislava. And Vienna, I suppose. Yeah, there's quite a bit of traffic to the Sombertelli as well. I say we're going to do it. I mean, I think we can, but it's still not going to be easy. Average speed of 52 miles an hour on the Sombertelli Zephyr. That's really fast. Yeah, the Orca really does help. So, 08, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We've got 6 years to make... I don't know. It is going to have to basically just be burner track to Istanbul. And by burner track I just mean like cheap, straight line track that barely gets used. Ah dear, like boom fading. Oh boy. Share price has gone down to $23 because I keep issuing stock. I could put a dividend to increase the share price, but that would probably just take money out of the company and probably hurt us in the long run. Normal economic growth. Please don't go into a recession. If I get to Istanbul, then silver is in the bag. If I don't get to Istanbul, then I failed. So I think at this point it's going to be silver or nothing. Also, we just turned a profit that year. I could actually buy some shares on the margin, which would risk a margin call, but then it would give me a lot more money in issuing stock. Which would basically just bankrupt my net worth, but it could be worth doing. Because I don't care about net worth anymore. Kind of sacrifice the net worth and my personal wealth for the benefit of the company. Because I've got like 5 years to make about 7 million, so I need like another, you know, 3 and a bit million. I think I might save the game. That's Orient Express 4. Play it a bit dangerously. So I can issue stock now. So we're going to buy a crap ton on the margin and then immediately issue stock. Oh, it's only increased to 41. Yeah, actually that hasn't worked. Because the share price is only actually $41. Oh, okay. I was hoping the share price might go up to, you know, a bit more than that. Might I have been better buying into the AI's company? Let's reload the save. So I can issue stock. So if I buy into the AI instead... Oh, that won't work, will it? Because I can't issue their stock. I'm dumb. Okay, so this plan won't work. Damn. That's annoying. Right, well we'll just have to do it the normal way then. actually only got about a 11% of the shares in the company. It's 1 in 9 shares that we own. Oh dear, that's not good either. Don't want to get sacked. Because if we get sacked, then it's game over. I mean, it isn't, but we'd have to make a new company. Oh, fucking Christ. Economic depression. This game just hates me at this point. This is insane. If we lose money again, then we can declare bankruptcy, which will possibly make us turn a profit. I just need like an extra 1 million in cash, but to buy into these to get this access rights. Atlantic has become available. Now the Atlantic is actually a good locomotive. Good for passengers, good top speed, and it's actually pretty cheap to buy, although it's expensive to maintain. Come on, I just need like an extra 1 million or so. Why have I got to get a depression right now? Right when I'm at a critical point. Because I've got like 3.5 years. Oh, economic recession. Almost there. Almost there. Just don't get sacked. We shouldn't do, because we've made a profit, but then again, we have not been sacked, but they're still annoyed with us. I think it's more to do with the share price, and the share price did sort of level out a bit. The economy's back on track. Oh, this is going to be clutch. Just go over to 5 million so I can buy access rights. Please, I beg you. I've still got to build the track, but that's neither here nor there. Class S has become available. I mean, I'd love to be able to show off all these locomotives, because some of these are actually really cool. Like, this is a modded loco that is like a Russian thing, I think, based on the fact it's got a big red star. So it's like a sort of Soviet 1920s. Looks like a 280, or like a... I don't actually know what that wheel configuration is. Maybe it's a 210 actually. It's kind of, you could use it for freight, you could use it for passengers. It's actually a decent loco. It's pretty cheap. Can't usually stop. The thing is as soon as I buy access, I've got to just get to Istanbul, which in and of itself is going to be quite expensive. Please, economy, just give me a frickin' chance. I've got 2.5 years. Growing prosperity, that's good. Right, we're in the Ottoman Empire. How much is this going to cost, roughly? Somebody built a big brewery in the way. So, roughly... Oh, I was going to say roughly, but then it gave me a tunnel. Rough estimate... Ooh, I can't figure it out because it keeps just giving me a tunnel. But, I really don't know. Bauxite mines appear near Győr, not terribly useful. Share price has hit the floor. Meanwhile, the AI is just up and up and up. If I can get a late game economic boom, that would really help me out. Or just give me some frickin' bonds. I've only got $6,000. Yeah. Train crash. Very annoying. Constanta Bucharest freight train. I just realised that it might have actually been cheaper to maybe go around there. And that would be flatter. Aluminium mills appeared near Salgatayan. Boom! Times ahead. HMS Titanic sinks. The unsinkable sinks, taking 1,513 lives with her to the bottom of the North Atlantic. Oh dear. I've got like 18 months just to get to Istanbul. New electric trains become available. Oh my god. Please just give me some fucking money! Because I still need like... sudden influx of money. This track's just going to be like super cheap. Wooden bridges if necessary. Not that we actually need a bridge, but... How much more is it going to cost? Plus a small station, 700,000 or so would do it. Don't want to buy more on margin because we might actually go into margin call territory. Not that that matters too much. Just a couple of bonds would frickin' do it. Just buying shares in the vague hope that it increases the share price enough that issuing stock then gives me enough money, but I think I'm probably going to hit a margin call at this point. The express speed is 23 miles an hour, I don't have to worry about that. Almost there. I mean, if I just built a small station, that doesn't actually count. I'm not there yet. Oh, oh, oh! Bit of money, bit of money. I mean, I could literally build a medium station right now and that would probably suffice. Right. Large station. We're there. Vienna and Istanbul linked by rail. The Orient Express is born. Barely. Barely. Networth is probably going to get a margin call. But we've made the silver just about barely. Train crash. Oh no, that's actually an express train. Budapest to... That's one of my new ones. Wait, that's supposed to have... It's only got below average reliability, I suppose. But it's still kind of annoying that it crashed. Right, Budapest, Zagreb. We will replace it when we get a bit of money. Zagreb, Budapest, any express. high priority. Just do some... Bloody hell. That is incredibly close. I mean, I know it's only a silver, but that just goes to show how hard this scenario is. The fact that I only just barely got a silver, and technically I haven't got it yet, but you know. We'll do some stock buyback just to increase the net worth a bit, just make sure I don't go into margin call, which at this point it doesn't matter, but... So it doesn't actually matter that we've not actually used the Istanbul station. I mean... It's annoying that I didn't manage to get to Kirklareli, Edirne and... well, Tikkadag doesn't really have much, but... you know, because I'm sure that these places do actually have bits of cargo that would be worth delivering. And also Istanbul is actually a pretty sizable city. You could do well from Istanbul, Burgas, Varna and Constanta, but we've just run out of time. Your achievement is true as silver in all respects. A legend is born. Right, well, there you go. It would have been easier if I'd have just basically played for silver right at the very start and just sacked off the gold. Because I could have had more express trains which would have meant more money early on. And, you know, I could have issued stock without having to worry, and no dividend without having to worry about net worth. This is one of those scenarios where silver is significantly easier than gold. And also silver's not actually that much harder than bronze. I think 20 miles an hour, as you saw, 20 mile an hour express speed is pretty doable. But 30 mile an hour express speed is very fast, and 15 million in net worth. I hate net worth at the best of times. Yeah, I'll keep playing and save the game. Might as well save over Orient Express LP hard. Right, well there you go. So the company is profitable, but barely, and that's even in an economic boom. So all in all, this is not really a very profitable company, but we did what we needed to do. I don't really have much more to say. So, if you can get gold on hard mode, fair play to you, because I can't. And I've tried this a couple of times now. This is the hardest scenario in the game. Or certainly top 3 in my opinion. Anyway. We end the game with almost 2200 miles of track, 2161 miles of track. The AI did probably better than us, except obviously they weren't playing to any particular objective. They were just a more successful company overall. It is possible that Budapest is the best start, and then like Budapest Kecskemét is maybe the best start overall. They really need to make that a large station. Just out of interest, to buy them out would be upwards of 16.5 million. That's how successful they are. And we also ended with an average train speed for express of 23 miles an hour. So, you know, we're not out of the woods in terms of net worth. We probably would get a margin call once the boom ends, but hey, who cares? I'm going to end the scenario. Take care, folks. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.